Today I just want to talk to you about plans, building plans, and why you need them, and what happened to me when I didn't have them. Yes, this was one of my first property deals that I did. I literally did, when I just started, I knew nothing. I was 20 years in corporate, so I knew nothing about property. And I started, very stupid of me, with 5 deals at the same time. I mean, who does that? But anyway, that's a story for another day. Today it's about building plans. So here I am, never built a thing in my life. I didn't even play with Lego when I was a kid. So literally no building experience on my side. Okay, right. So here I am. I have this beautiful house. Well, it was an ugly house, but it's stinky beautiful house. You know, those types that's great for renovation, that kind of nice. So I then found this property, and it was a quick renovation on the front house. At the back of the property, there was like a big garage. That's actually what it looked like. We're halfway through the build, right? But in the beginning, it was just basically a double garage that was very old and whatever. And I decided I'm going to make a second house on this property from this garage. And the builder got an architect out there, and they were doing plans, and they sent me a nice little drawn up sketch, and I thought, wow, fantastic, we can go ahead. We went ahead, I gave the go ahead, I paid over money, and they started to build. Without me knowing that the site development plan, right, because now it's 2 houses, you need one of those, that wasn't even done. Okay, that little sketchy thingy that I got was like a draft from the architect. He just kind of put it up there for me to get an idea of what can be done. Little did I know, very stupid, that you know you need lots more than that, lots and lots more. Okay, so luckily the first problem that I experienced is that luckily I experienced it, and I found it quite soon in the property. So you'll see there is like a door, okay, that's the front door, so that was there. But guess what? That was the only door in the house. I'm like, shouldn't a house have a front door and a back door? And you know that these people actually said, no, you don't need that. I mean, come on. I was that stupid, okay, that I almost believed them. But luckily for me, I insisted, no, there must be another door in this house because it's ridiculous. I need like sliding doors open to the garden. They were very upset with me, but they broke down that piece of wall and they put a sliding door in. So yay, 2 doors. But there were things, that's something that I could see, even for a stupid novice person, I could see that you need 2 doors in a house, right? But now what about the stuff that I couldn't see, that I didn't know about? Which I only found out about later, because then eventually I sold the front house, and then as part of the whole transfer process I needed to have compliance documents, etc., in place, and part of it was that they needed approved plans. Yeah, there's that where you need it, right, if you're going to sell especially, and I needed these approved plans. Well, I had to then go and get the architect in, and then I realized, oh crap, he never actually did anything. The other problem that we found in the house was that, so they finally built, at that stage I was already living in Cape Town, they were just finishing the build over there. I rocked up there the one day, and guess what? It was a 3-bedroom house, alright? It was supposed to be a main bedroom with a nice walk-in cupboard, and you walk through the cupboard half into the main bedroom, which was beautiful. And then there were 2 smaller bedrooms, right? But then one of the bedrooms, the second bedroom, was so small you couldn't even put a single bed in it, okay, and get the cupboard door open. So it was like, it wasn't even a bedroom, it was like a baby room. You could just fit a cot in there. The flippin' walk-in closet was actually bigger than the bedroom, okay? And I couldn't at that stage tell them, listen, you have to break down the house because now it's the whole house. And I was like, but this isn't right, this isn't how the measurements on that little sketchy planning of mine was. And you know what I got? Yeah, but you know, they just built, there were no plans. I'm like, what? You guys just, and they'll just go ahead and they will build without plans. And here I was with this house, with this baby room and 2 other rooms and a huge walk-in closet that women like me will love, but you know, not so much if you've got these other things. So I had this really nicely finished but odd looking, dimension wise not so cool property. Eventually got the plans in, got them approved, but as part of that, the architect now had to come out, and he had to come and, because now he can't just submit the plan that he did because it's not going to be what's there. So he had to come out again, and he had to come and measure everything that was done. And then that's where all these little things that I never knew about, okay, where that now came in. Because guess what? There was one step that went from the lounge into the bedroom little hallway thingy, and that step was too high. Apparently there's a height for steps, okay, which I didn't know. I didn't know. There's a certain height, and your step can't be higher than this specific height, and that step was too high. So they had to come, I had to get someone in to come and build a second step, because now I needed 2 steps. Then they went and they checked the what do you call it, the bathroom, and in the bathroom the window was wrong. Okay, the window was, because it was over a it was the bath underneath the window, and you were standing in the bath, so it was one of those shower bath thingies, and the window wasn't shatterproof or whatever. It was dangerous actually, because you could easily slip and fall, break the window, and, you know, cut your arm off type of thing. So that was a problem. There were lots of other things as well that wasn't done according to proper building standard. The heat transfer that they needed to, the heat efficiency in the property wasn't done or checked or whatever correctly. The plumbing was done wrong. They didn't do the plumbing according to the proper SANS building standard, right? So lots and lots of things like that I didn't know about. So guess what? Yes, I had to pay someone to come out and fix these things so that I could get my plans in, get that approved, and 80,000 rands later, this was supposed to be 120,000 rand build. So this was about 4 or 5 years ago. There was supposed to be 120,000 build, and it cost me an additional 80,000 rands, right, to get this place to be done. And it was such an odd place that I rented it out. I made some nice money with the rental because I got good tenants. Luckily the area is great for tenants, but I was planning to sell, and here I am going backwards and forwards with council, and that first sale of the front house actually took a year and a half, a little bit over a year and a half that it took me to get my Spluma certificate in place so that I could do the sectional title and I could actually transfer this property to the new owners. Luckily these guys were very patient, they were paying occupation rent, and they were just carrying on. And lucky for me, their bond still came back a year and a half later as still approved, and the thing could transfer. And I thought I was going to sit with this back house forever, because who would buy a property like that? And I think that's the danger that you have when you don't have plans and people just do whatever they want. And I couldn't even go to complain or whatever about these people at the time, because there were no plans. So what I couldn't say, but you didn't build according to plan, break it down and fix it, because there were no plans. And it was me giving approval for that to be done. I don't know, maybe I could have done something, but I was young and stupid, and I sat with a house that I didn't know what I was going to do with it. Anyway, long story short, I eventually sold the place like, what, 2 months ago, a month ago, roundabouts. I got an OTP, people got approved. I actually got my asking price that I wanted for this property to start off with, and it all turned out well. Although I did lose 80,000 rands, because, you know, that asking price was, obviously, I was paying that 80k from what I actually wanted to make out of the property. But I still made some good money. I made good rental while it lasted. And I finally sold it now because, you know, that was the strategy, and that's what I wanted to do all along. And that rental, for the type of things I do now, I don't need that small amount of rental profit anymore. I can now just focus on the bigger stuff. So yeah, guys, whatever you do not build without plans. Don't be in a rush. just don't rush things, because I think that was my main problem, was that I was rushing stuff. Don't rush it. Be patient. Follow the process. Just do it. I hope you learned something from my very expensive mistakes. There's lots more that I did. That was just one of them. I will be sharing more and more as we go along.